Hello everyone, this is Crota giving you a shoutcast between LiquidNazgul and Zion here on Metalopolis. Now, we have Zion spawning as the orange Zerg player on the top left-hand position, or sorry, at the 12 o'clock position of Metalopolis. Meanwhile, we have LiquidNazgul spawning as the blue Protoss player over here on the south side of Metalopolis at the 6 o'clock position. So, a number of options and strategies on this particular map, and in the Zerg versus Protoss matchup in general. Generally, I like to see a lot of Sentry and Stalker use in the very early portion of the game, as there is not very many range units for Zerg early on. The Roaches, with a range of 3, can barely shoot past a force field if it is correctly placed, as the force field has a diameter of 2.7. So a Stalker or a Sentry hiding behind a force field will in fact be able to deal damage to a Roach before the Roach can really do anything else. Taking a look back over here, LiquidNazgul getting an early gateway coming down as a 10 gateway, so gonna delay that probe just a little bit. Taking a look back over here, we have a probe now once again moving around the map, trying to make sure, just trying to reveal a little bit of sight as well, and now using that chrono boost in order to produce some additional probes. Taking a look back over here, that this one gateway is now up and operational, and we have an Overlord coming in to scout along with the Zion single drone, so that drone will in fact be able to find the starting position of LiquidNazgul. I do not think LiquidNazgul has sent out a single probe yet. Also building a pylon over here behind the minerals, perhaps wanting to build some cannons just in case there is any harassment. Taking a look back over here, LiquidNazgul getting that single gateway up, and now that gateway is in fact up and operational. We'll be able to produce some zealots. Yeah, now producing that zealot in order to be able to defend that choke point a little bit better. Taking a look, that choke point now only a single unit able to come in at a time, so a single zealot with a probe should be able to fight back a large number of Zerglings. Coming back over here, we have a probe now just doing a little bit of scouting and gonna head back to base. He's got to realize by now that Zion is in fact spawning over here, as wow, doing that extractor. Was he doing an extractor trick? No, he now just canceled that extractor or Vespian Geyser in order to, or set the extractor in order to get an additional drone back on minerals. Taking a look over here, we have a single zealot and a single probe. That probe doing a very curious move. So taking a look back over here, this probe moving in a very roundabout position, and in comes the Zealot. The Zealot now getting taken down by a large number of Zerglings. So Zion doing a very good job. Oh, gonna lose one of his Zerglings though, as another Zealot was there to come in and just finish off the rest of that fight. Zealot's gonna go ahead and start recharging his shields. So two or three Zergling kills right there. Coming over here, we finally no additional Zealots being made, and it looks like there's gonna be a proxy pylon. With a proxy pylon over here by LiquidNazgul, there's really no point, as you're not going to be able to warp in any additional units. The only thing that I can think of is if he in fact tries to hide some tech, perhaps build a Stargate and a fleet beacon and to tech to Mothership, or go for Stargates and then just try to build some Void Rays. Coming back over here, only a single gateway. Zion's got to be suspicious about something, as he hasn't seen any tech yet. Zealots now coming in, perhaps trying to push in on Zion's main, as there's a couple of Zerglings running back and around. Still no tech to tier 2 though, as we do not have any gas coming in from Zion. That's going to be very bad if LiquidNazgul does in fact try to go for a Mothership. Oh no, it looks like it will be in fact a single Stargate. We'll see if it's going to be double Stargates or not, as we're trying to get some additional gas up and running. Taking a look over here, I do not see the warp gate research being upgraded, and now we have Zealots trying to fight back. Very nice positioning, trying to make sure that those Zerglings are not able to do any type of surround. And wow, able to take down a fair number of Zerglings in that fight. Only a single Zergling surviving the rest of that battle. Now we have a single Zealot and a Stalker holding this choke point back over here. Still do not see any sentries yet. Perhaps he's going to try to save that gas for some of those Void Rays, or perhaps that fleet beacon in order to get to Mothership. But at this stage in the game, I think he would try to go for Void Rays, as he has not seen any real tier 2 tech. No Roaches, nothing that can really hit air besides those Queens. Taking a look back over here, Zergling's still moving around that map. Zion activating that Zelnaga watchtower, and now it is in fact a Void Ray being built very quickly by that chrono boost. Void Rays costing 200 minerals and 150 gas. Taking a look back over here, we now have 3 Zealots, a Sentry now being warped in, as well as an additional gateway being up and operational. Zion was able to come in with that single Overlord and try to do a little bit of scouting, and he's got to be curious why there is not in fact some robotics facility or some higher tech. Either he's teching somewhere else, or he's massing an army that he doesn't see. Zion's got to be aware of this, as there's only Zerglings. Taking a look at the unit count right now, we have 1 Void Raid, 1 Sentry, 1 Stalker, 3 Zealots against 7 Zerglings, 2 Queens, and 5 Overlords. So taking a look at the army size, Zion is sitting on a very, very small army, while LiquidNazgul is sitting on a very large army, 675 minerals, and also has the tech to back it up. A 3rd Void Raid now being warped in as well, so we may be getting 3 Void Raids very, very early. Are we going to see any upgrades from the Cybernetics Core? No weapon attack on that Cybernetics Core, however. Now upgrading to those warp gates. Well, that must have been used by Chrono Boost in order to cut down that research time. Nexus now up and operational, perhaps going to get another Chrono Boost on this Stargate. Will in fact make that, going to produce that Void Raid in an additional 10 units of time faster, and that Chrono Boost should stop right around when that Void Ray is going to be coming out. So very, very nicely done by LiquidNazgul. Void Ray is now out, and then that Chrono Boost stops. So 3 Void Rays moving out, 3 a very, very strong number, 9 supply, and that may be able to take down that hatchery very quickly. Zergling's now trying to run back, but I don't know what the Zergling's going to in fact do, as that Void Ray quickly going to take down that hatchery. Hatchery already down to 1,000 hit points, and now all 3 of those Void Rays are completely operational in terms of like full charge, and that hatchery getting taken down so quickly. One hatchery already down. We're going to go ahead and focus down that Queen. Queen going to get taken down. 1 Void Ray getting microed away, and then now another Queen coming back into position. Of Evolution Chamber trying to upgrade that armor attack, and also trying to get some more Evolution Chambers. I don't know why you would try to build for triple Evolution Chambers at this stage in the game. You really need some Spore Colonies in order to try to fight back. One Spore Crawler now being built down, but those 2 Void Rays may be able to focus down this hatchery very, very easily. Once again, I do not see any Queens, and that's going to be GG. As soon as Zion loses this hatchery, taking a look, the army size is 575 versus 1625, but those Void Rays just so strong. Coming back over here, Zerglings were trying to push in on that main side, but there's not much he can really do. So Zion saying tisk tisk, or that could be a mistyped GG. So waiting for the GG now, as LiquidNazgul now going to go ahead and head off. LiquidNazgul doing TT. Maybe that's tisk tisk. I don't know. Someone will probably have to teach me a lesson on what exactly that is. There it goes. Finally a GG. Sick. And then Zion does that weird face, and LiquidNazgul says GG as well. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. I hope you guys enjoyed this replay here from Metalopolis. Stay tuned for Game 2.